Proceeding ahead with our next session today, another unique and exciting topic which we have not covered in this sessions today or in any of the sessions tomorrow. A very crucial topic either way on implementing your customer experience strategy. The 7 steps for implementing your customer experience strategy. And to present this on the stage, I would like to call with a big round of applause, and please help me welcome Mr. Noble D'Souza, Assistant Vice President Consulting from CS Infocom. A big round of applause to Mr. D'Souza. Noble, all over to you. Looking forward to a great session.
Okay. Thank you very much. So let me start with introducing about CS Infocom. So yes, the topic that we're going to cover today is 7 steps for implementing your customer service, customer experience strategy. Now, this is more of very practical insights, very practical information that you can implement in your organizations driving customer experience. Who we are, CS Infocom has been into this space for almost 30 years, so almost 3 decades that we've been driving customer interaction management. We almost been serving 300 plus customers. Started with a deployment of 10 seats to now managing 25,000 to 30 seats for a few of our customers, believing in diversity and scalability. Being the industry leadership, the top 5 BPOs, we've been serving the top 5 BPOs, at least the 33 BFSI sector industry companies, the top 3 e-commerce companies, and obviously we are the VNO licensed as well. That's our journey. So if you really see, CS Infocom have started their journey in the era of 1990s and slowly and gradually have picked up the pace of, right from the so-called voice contact call center to the contact center and the digital era. We were one of the pioneers in the 1990s to build the cell 5-year for BSNL and MTNL. If you really dial the short code, you will notice that the IVR that we built for MTNL, BSNL, and slowly and gradually, if you notice, CS Infocom as an organization has not been where it is, right? It is also gradually, we have been able to match up with the pace of the customers and the so-called the digital era customers. Today we say that we have solutions, we have platforms to offer to you in the digital era as well. That's our presence, our corporate office being out of Mumbai, our regional centers being Delhi and Bangalore, that's our regional offices. We are of course available pan-India for the delivery centers. Our Gulf market being operated out of Dubai, the UK through London, and the US through to New Jersey. So we are actually not a product company, nor a departmental store, but we would say that we are a multi-cuisine restaurant who believes in who are a solution consultant and a system integrator. We believe in not selling products, we believe in selling solutions as per the organization needs, what is that is needed for your customer experience strategy to evolve. So let's get deeper into the customer experience landscape. The slides from here on are going to be more of how can we implement the customer experience strategy. So so there are the 7 types of customer experience project that I would say that you as an organization or we as an organization can help you to drive these 7 steps of the customer experience project. 1 being listen, think, do, act on customer feedback. Now there are many organizations today who are capturing the feedback, maybe in silos, maybe what, but are we really acting on the customer feedback? Are we really stitching the customer feedback? Today the customer has so many of the touch points, and considering, let me reiterate the word, that the digital native customers are slowly that are getting active, they are present almost everywhere. You talk about Instagram, you talk about Facebook, you talk about Twitter, talk about the normal traditional omni-channel platforms. Are we ready today are we really capturing the customer feedback? If we are saying that we are capturing the customer feedback, are we stitching this customer feedback? That's a big question. Now, we as CS Infocom, we do have solutions, we do have platforms who can help you to build or cater these kind of feedback capturing that I would say. Because it is not only about capturing feedback, it is also about acting at the right point of time. Because today the trend has changed. The customer is ready to give a feedback, but he's not restricted to a channel. He doesn't want to call anyone. He may be going on a simple Twitter and giving a feedback. But are we stitching that journey? Are we made our agents enabled with the customer feedback being available to them so that the next time they're able to cater to this customers. The next very, very important, and this is like one of the important points into this, from inside out to outside in. Move from processes to journey. Because it is very, very important today to ensure, while we are building processes in our organization, are those processes aligned to the customer journey? Are today every process in the organization aligned to something called as a customer journey? Are we able to identify the common steps involved in your own organizations to identify those important journeys right from department, right from every touch point that the customer is going in? It is very important that you understand the customer life cycle right from the time he decides that he wants to do something or he wants to buy something. It is very important that we come out of our own comfort zone of just building processes. It's very important that your process today needs to be mapped to the journeys. And today we have solutions, we have platforms, we have technology who can help you to build that. Act as one, break down the silos. Today, again, I'm just going back to the first point. If we are capturing the feedback, are we really acting on that? Or are we just capturing the feedback and it is lying in one particular Excel sheet or a Word document or a Google form or in one point? Are we actually kind of correlating this feedback while we are designing a product or while we are designing a customer service strategy? Are we doing that? The question is, most of us would be doing, but there are still organizations who are not able to do this. But yes, it is not about the manually. There are automations coming in where you can actually go down and capture these kind of feedback aspects. Open up, share, collaborate, and co-create. Now, it is very important today that we understand that why we do say that it is opening up. Today, we know that we have built strategies, we have built products which will understand that we do this. But are we really able to act upon these things and correlate within our organizations or collaborate within organizations? Are we today sitting as departmental organizations? Are we really mapping these customer feedbacks or the journeys that we're talking about? Today, the platforms or the solutions that we are offering or the offerings that is there already in the market kind of helps you to do that. This is one of the very important factors. This is what today the customers are demanding. It is about getting personal. Personalize your products, personalize your services and packaging. Again, coming back on what the consumer is actually wanting. Again, what is the voice of the customer is actually that is wanting. What is the kind of the product? What is the kind of packaging that he's looking at? Are we designing those kind of self-personalized products? Today, while we understand that there are customers right from Generation Z to millennials to digital natives, do we have products and services addressing or a technology or platforms or the avenues that we're giving to the customers? Do we have that aligned within our organization strategy? Today, we have technology and platforms who can help you to stitch these particular journeys, right? Alter attitudes. Now, while we have the best of the technology, while we have the best of the processes, while we have the best of the things to do, while we have the best of the trainings, it is very important today that the employee behavior also has to be aligned towards driving that particular thing. Most of the organization doing it, yes, no, but this is a very, very important factor, changing the employee behaviors and the culture. It is very, very important that today we understand that it is end of the day, whatever technology that we have, whatever the best platform that we have, it is very important that you have to change the employee behavior. In fact, we have technology and the platforms that we talk today that you can map employee behavior and employee sentiment while the employee is interacting with the end consumer. It is very, very important today that you have to also start analyzing what is the employee behavior, what are the employee sentiments, and we need to start mapping this with the customer journeys and the feedbacks as well. Design better. Design the ideal, customer experience that. So basically, what we say here is, you have to build a plan. You have to imagine and design that customer experience, touch points. You have to understand what are my journeys, what are my touch points, what are my critical aspects that a customer experience journey is very important. Now, it could be right from building up a product, or it could be about defining a service or a process. It is very important that everything that you do revolves or evolves around this particular thing, which is the ideal customer experience project or the strategy that we're talking about. Now, let me go further into how do we say that emerging technologies and customer analytics can look into it. Now, just to correlate how can we execute it, you have the customer, which is the smarter insights. Again, to what we reiterated earlier, it's the voice of the customer, it's the customer journey analytics, empowering your agents and supervisors, the example that I gave in my panel discussion, which is the autopilot, the co-pilot, and the action assist. The example of an aeroplane that I happen to give. I'm just trying to correlate here. How can we bring that into connection here? Because it is very, very important today that today your agents or the supervisors at the contact center should have that proactive information or the interaction or the knowledge that they're looking at. Yes, so do we say that? Do we have this? So right from capturing your voice of the customer, right from your journey analytics, it has to all else to be stitched. So that is why we say that you need to have smarter insights, not in a solution or a platform or lying down in a technology. You have to ensure that is made available to your employees and the supervisors so that they have ready information or insights while they're interacting with the customer, right? The best example which I spoke also in my panel discussion is the agent assist. Today, it is such a beautiful tool that you have. Today, we know that training is a restriction, right? When I say it's a restriction, you cannot have training done every time. But yes, you can use platforms like knowledge management. You can use platforms like these who can ensure that you have real-time data or insights available to your agents and supervisors. Contextualized experience, smarter personalization, multi-experience analytics. It is very important today that you personalize your customer experience. Today, every consumer, every customer who is interacting with your organizations, his expectation is you are supposed to know him. It's very, very important, guys. This is a very important point today. Let's keep ourselves in the same customer. Today, if I am calling an organization or if I'm trying to associate with an organization, I expect that they should know me. Today, I might have gone through their website, I might have gone through their Facebook page, I might have gone through their Twitter page. When I finally interact, or when the person starts interacting with me, the employee of that organization should be able to understand that, what is that I need. I expect that he needs to know, or the employee needs to know, what do I need, right? So it's very, very important. Today, the digital native customers, I'm again reiterating on that, they expect you to know him, or they expect you to know her, right? And last but not the least, adaptive experiences. We have, so again, coming back to the AI-generated aspect, so we have AI-generated composite apps, package business capabilities. Let me give you an example here, right? When we talk about AI-generated composite apps, today let's talk about an Apple Health, any health app that you have. It actually collates data right from your health statistics to everything, and this data is actually being used into different other aspects where, maybe it gets correlated to a lot of other aspects to your personal customer attributes. So it is very important, if you notice the structure that we did, or which is there here, smarter insights. Once you have the insights, make it go personal, make it go very, very personal to that particular customer, to that particular customer journey, and have those adaptive experiences, build those journeys, stitch those journeys which is needed. Now, how do we do this? While we know that there are 7 steps of customer experience as a project, how do we actually do it? So CS Infocom helps you to actually, ensure that these type of 7 things that we just spoke, you can actually go ahead and, do this act here. Now, that's the exact thing that we do. Today, everything starts with that, the customer journey analytics. Have you really, really mapped your CX strategy for your business? Have you, and can you leverage your unified AI, the unified AI that we've been speaking so far? Have you empowered your agents and the supervisors? And yes, once you do this, we help you to integrate, migrate, and adopt. It could be on a cloud, it could be on-prem. What we do is we actually help you to do this. And actually, this is a very continuous process. It starts from customer journey, again it revolves, into this particular strategy, this particular aspect should never be stopped. Because why we began with the customer journey analytics, because right from the previous slides that we've been talking about, it's very, very, very important to understand your customer journey, your customer feedback, and on the basis of that, revolve around it. There's a lot that we can talk about these aspects. In fact, whenever, if you get an opportunity, we would like to go in detail about it. But I think this is the steps that you actually can help within your organizations to go ahead and build it. So for a successful project, someone needs right product platform, right solution design, and implementation partner is very important. Today, this is your end goal, right? Today you want to maybe take an example out of the 7 customer experience projects, you want to focus on one. But for that, you need a right platform. Then you need a right solution. And then obviously an implementation partner is important. However, the most important factor which most of us kind of, struggle to identify is choosing the right business case. Today, we as an organization, and we've seen most of the organizations when we are consulting, they have not a particular agenda. They say that this is what my problem is, and there are multiple problems. Can we bring down those problems and try addressing one by one? Can we have one business case that we address and focus on that and take it forward from there? So CS Infocom helps you to do that, right? Today, because if you do not have a fixed agenda, we will never be able to drive the end customer experience that we're really talking about. So this is one of the business case that CS Infocom, there are many more like this, but we thought of kind of, make you go through this particular thing. This was for Taj, the IHL Indian Hotel Company Limited. Everybody of us here are aware about Taj as a brand, right? That's their hallmark. So their identity is very clear, the hallmark of Indian hospitality. And while it is a lot of data here, but I will just quickly kind of summarize what we actually did for them. Their processes were silos. They did not have customer journeys at every touch point. While you always understand that philosophy at Taj is customer is God, and their focus was very clear that they wanted to leverage the same experience which is there in personal when you walk into a Taj hotel, right? You see the employees greeting, you see the employees. They wanted to actually leverage and ensure that there is no compromise on the digital channels experience. They wanted to give the same experience where the customer is treated like a god. And actually, let me tell you, Taj really, really does that. And they wanted to leverage that into while the customers have been calling into the contact center space. The solution that we offer to them is an integrated channel platform, almost 200 plus agents, and they are growing. Earlier, the processes were very, very silo. There was no integrated voice, chat, or email channel. There were some calls which were happening directly from the hotels. Some calls were happening from the contact center. Some calls were happening from the regional centers sitting in the hotels, and some from the BPO partner. But there were multiple contact numbers, multiple touch points, a lot of dependent on the outsourced partner. The biggest thing that they decided, and for them the focus was very clear, out of the 7 customer experience project, is to ensure that they're giving a very, very personalized digital experience. And therefore they decided that they wanted to own the technology. And therefore, the moment they started owning the technology, the rest becomes easy for them. Because the biggest thing that we did for them today is a seamless guest experience, let me reiterate this, backed by context across all channels. So today, if a customer is calling from a voice channel or an email channel or a bot channel, today they have the entire contextual history of this particular customer. Today they know that the customer was last staying in this particular hotel, this was his experience, this was it, and that is how it has got integrated. And that's the most important point that we have been able to deliver. And yes, we build a very, very scalable and flexible architecture, universal reporting, which was not there, very, very similar experience across all the digital channels. And the last point there, flavor of localization, not outsourcing all functions. They have started in-housing most of the functions, ensuring that their end philosophy of treating customer like a god is met. And those are few of the numbers that they have been able to meet. So iDocs is something that the project that they gave, which is IHCL Digital Omni-Channel Solution. That's the project they're driving across the organization. Their response time has got increased. The call rates got dropped by 10%. Agent productivity boost by 15%. And today they are very, very ready to meet any unexpected surges in call volumes. Considering they are from the hospitality industry, seasonal-wise their volumes increase, decrease. But today, this technology enables them to ensure that they are ready with the unexpected surges in the volume. And last but not the least, constantly evolving set of requirements that they have with their agent resources and right from them. So that's the end-to-end that we have done. Now this is just one of our customers. There are many more that we've been catering to across the BFSI domain as well. But we just thought that we kindly touch upon on Taj as a success story. And yes, let me ensure you that CS Infocom is the best partner for to manage your end-to-end customer experience project. We'll be happy to connect and take it forward. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I will be happy to take it up.
Thank you, Novel, and a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Novel D'Souza, Assistant Vice President Consulting from CS Infocom. Now, we open the floor to the questions, so request you to please raise your hand, and you will get the mic, and please do introduce your organization, and specifically try to keep the question a little short, if it is possible. Any questions from the audience? Also, I would like to tell you that Novel and the entire team of CS Infocom, they were there throughout the day, and they have the exhibit booth outside, so please do visit the booth. They are there throughout the day today as well, till the award ceremony. So if you don't have any questions now, you can always go to them, go to their booth, and they'll be more than happy to answer your queries and your solutions and offer their unique understandings of the products which suits your business. So thank you so much, Novel. And Novel, I would request you to kindly be on stage.
Sure.
I would like to call on stage Ms. Archana Sinha, Customer Experience Head for Home Business from Geo Platforms. Archana, thank you so much for doing the honors. Novel D'Souza, ladies and gentlemen, AVP Consulting from CS Infocom on that wonderful presentation on 7 steps for implementing your customer experience strategy. Thank you so much, Novel, for that presentation. Very insightful.